Twitch has been rough lately. Twitch has been a little wacky lately, so we're gonna see how YouTube does for us for a little bit. Not that I don't like Twitch, it's just Twitch seems like it's kind of going down the pipe. And obviously, I don't want to go down a pipe. I'm too big for pipes. Oh god. Where's 5K, 5K, 5K? There it is. Big old 5K square. And let's open up. Here we go. Good old pure ref. Drop some images in. Nope, not Sophie. Today we're doing some studies on Luz. I don't want to open. I want to import. Let's see. Where is... There's our window. Boop. Where is data, art, Luz studies? Here we go. Boop. If you guys don't have PureRef, I cannot recommend it enough. It is a phenomenal piece of software. Which, I mean, if you watch any of the other people who are awesome, like Nick or Ben or Christina, you've probably seen PureRef in one way or another. Let's throw it right there. Oh. All right. Also, cracking one open with the boys. Let's go. What is this song? Oh my god, what is this? I think I remember this song. Yeah, Vending Machine of Love by the Stupendium. Yeah, that's a bop. Big recommend. Big recommend. Twitch or YouTube has this thing called playbacks, and I don't know what that means. Does that mean people are like rewinding the stream and like already watching it back? Also, thank you for pronouncing the character's name correctly. Absolutely. I've heard Luz's name pronounced a bunch of different ways. My favorite one is Luz Noceda. Like the old phone brand. And I'm like, no, that's not her name. It's not her name at all. Let's get a little bit of a light gray going because I like sketching on a light gray. I just think it's really, really funny, Nokita. A lot of people don't even remember what a Nokita is. Old ass phone brand. Does Nokia even make phones still? I couldn't tell you. All right. So I'm just going to do a couple of warm-up sketches of Luz. Just to try and get used to some things. There's some elements of it that I want to really break down and get used to. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Like first and foremost, like the type of eyes that they have in Owl House are some of my favorite eyes. Where that's not my pencil. There's my pencil. Where they kind of have this. They don't have like the full like connected eye. They have this thing where they do like this. Whoops. They do this number where the top eyelid always comes down further than the bottom eyelid. The bottom eyelid comes down about right there. Wrong eraser. Actually, let's keep a soft eraser, but let's make it way smaller. There we go. But they also do the pupils. Whoops. The pupil and the iris, which I like. You know, they do the pupil and the iris. And a lot of shows don't do like pupil and iris anymore. Which is like, why not though? Let's see. Her eyebrows are... They go across the entire width of the eye, and it's like that. And they don't really have much of a shape to them. They just have like the typical like elongated teardrop. Yeah, I do. I had one in high school. Dude, I remember the very first phone I ever had was a Nokia. And the thing is, it didn't have any kind of phone stuff on it because it was my dad's old cell phone. And he gave it to me so I'd stop complaining about not having a cell phone. But the only thing I could do on it was play like Snake or Brick Breaker. Let's see, what is her nose shape? It's actually, if you look at it, it's not really like a whole nose shape. It's just like a small curve, and then they shade in the rest of it. Like that almost, which I find kind of fun. Also, Big Luz. Big Luz. And Luz, she also always has this am I not drawing? I'm not drawing. No, I'm just drawing in the same color because I'm stupid. There we go. Luz also has like this little like cleft in her lip, which is adorable. She has a little dimple. Mouth comes down, and bop. It's actually probably a better curve right there. And that's Luz's facial features. But we shouldn't just start with the head. All right. Let's get an idea for Luz and her proportions. So, first and foremost, let's copy this image. There we go. A little bit bigger. There we go. Let's make some notes. Ref, and then notes. All right, so first note is her height. How many heads tall is she? It looks like probably 4 or 5. Like drawing in red? No, I'm on my eraser. So if we take that, got 1, 2, whoops. Yes, it's gonna be about 4 heads tall. Yeah, about 4 heads tall. Little bit shorter, like 4.5. Or 3 and we'll round it to she's 4 heads tall. I already have terrible handwriting, so having handwriting like this is going to be even worse. And then, what other notes can we take? Let's see. Her whole torso is a head tall. Torso equals 1 head. And then her legs are the other. Then, whoops. Legs. 1 3/4 heads. There we go. So pretty basic notes there. Pretty standard stuff. Just a way to get started, just a way to understand her proportions. So I'm going to move this over here. Put all the notes in their own folder. Just so I can press it down and move it around easier. There we go. A little bit smaller, so it's not so much in the way. Okay. So now using our notes, let's just do a quick sketch. Do a couple doodles here. And all I'm going to try and do is emulate the reference. I'm going to try and make it taller. Let's see. So head, obviously basic circle. Her torso kind of splits in half between like her waist and her legs, or her waist and her top. So we're gonna go a little bit lower than half for that. Let's see. Her arms go halfway down her legs. So her arms would be about right there. A little bit higher, actually, I think. That'd be her arms. And then, obviously, feet. In the show style, the eyes are the same size. Her torso is pretty squared off because of the way her shirt drapes. Let's see, how did I get here? This seems really interesting. You got here because you clicked on a link. And it's interesting because learning is interesting. Also, hello, Royal Raptor 2786. Sorry, I didn't say your whole name. Royal Raptor 2786. Ooh woo. I am learning how to draw Luz Noceda today. Foot there. Foot there. Push that foot a little bit too far. That's a bit better. I really should have warmed up before this. I say it all the time, though. I should just warm up before. You should really just warm up anytime you draw. Now I'm looking, I think her arm. Actually, no, once I get her hand in there, it'll be about the right length. And this arm's going this way. Okay. So just looking at this, how's our construction looking? The construction looks basically fine. There are some things like the eyes immediately are too big, so those need to be smaller. Nose needs to come up a little bit, needs to be a little bit smaller, and the mouth needs to come up a little bit. So I'm going to turn this down and just draw on top of it with our changes that we know we're making. So first and foremost, eyes need to be a little bit smaller. Nose needs to come up a little bit higher. And the mouth needs to come up a little bit higher. Pupils are about half the size of the eye circle. I guess the eyes are like more like ovals in this show. Basic. And the head shape is interesting too, because in most like shows or most ways, like the head shape is like, you know, there. If you're throwing it at 3/4, you're gonna have like the chin come down here, and then the jawline comes up that way. In this show, they don't do that. In this show, her head has this like wave to it, where it kind of comes in a little bit of an angle, a little bit straight, and then it comes around again. So emulate that there. Where's the marking for it here? The dip is right in the middle of the eyes. Okay. So dip is right in the middle of the eyes. It's a light dip, not a big dip. And then it comes out and comes around. What's that angle like? Comes at a pretty decent slope. Needs to be a little bit higher up. And comes around. And her ears, I mean, are like normal ears, kind of like right at the middle of the eye line. So for eye right here, her ears are like right there. And it's just a loop. Yeah, it's just a loop and a line. Why are you live on here? Because Twitch seems to be like, people are getting more and more like kind of fed up of Twitch. And I'm thinking about just trying to get ahead of it, Jonathan. That's why. When your eyes are larger than your nose, I know, right? I'm wondering what he's making. Royal Raptor, I'm just doing character design studies of Luz. I'm just trying to learn how to draw the character. That's all I'm doing. Twitch is really bad, I get you. It's just, the thing is, Twitch could maintain its hold as like the best platform if it would just make some changes, but Twitch seems adamant in not making those changes, which is frustrating because you think that they would. Because a lot of the changes are things that other platforms have been doing either for a while now or like are just quality of life changes that makes life easier on the audience, and they just refuse to make those changes. She doesn't have like a cowlick. So it's going to come up, wrap around her head, and then shoots up a little bit. Yeah, not quite that extreme. Let's see, where's that cowlick start? It lines up the middle of her head. Okay. So her cowlick lines up with the middle of her head. So if it's about right there. And how much of a taper is it? Not that much of a taper. And then it changes direction and creates a little swoop like that. That swoop comes out past her ear. And then this creates like this kind of shape. Like this kind of triangle-y shape here. And then this curve tapers up like this. And this curve goes basically straight. Yes. Okay. Let's see. And her head goes all the way around until it gets to this bang. And the bang does cut into her eyebrow. Middle of the head. Middle of the head. So middle of the head, and then the bang comes up. And this comes out this way. Let's see. So quick comparison. Obviously, I need to change up some of the details. But quick comparison, it looks like I'm making the head a little bit too curvy. It needs to be a little bit smoother. So this needs to come up this way. That looks better already. Grab that. All this stuff. Scoot it over. Let's rotate our head a little bit. I didn't know you draw. I do draw. Also, you're in Central Time Zone. Yes. And I do stream on Twitch. Usually I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cody _Hansel. That's normally where I stream at. Jen, have you seen my videos before? I'm trying to remember if you're one of like the subscribers on my YouTube channel. I also figured that because of the way YouTube does notifications, more people might see that I'm going live because I have like I feel like subscribers on YouTube are more substantial than followers on Twitch. Like I feel like some of the following on Twitch is a little bit fickle at time. I am personally cool. Which of course that goes from person to person. But as somebody who follows a bunch of people on Twitch, like a lot of the times I just like don't even like watch a lot of people that I follow unless like somebody else I really want to watch, unless somebody I really want to watch is online. Let's fix the eye shape a little bit. It's not quite tall enough. Comes down a little bit farther, then curves up. There we go. This eye's a little skinny. Boop. I thought you were watching all my streams. I do try to come in, but like, I can't believe I haven't found this channel before. Your stuff seems really good. Thanks, Royal Raptor. I mean, that's the thing of being a small YouTuber is that a lot of people don't find your stuff. Like you just kind of keep grinding until eventually you hit the algorithm. Why are you not grabbing that eye? Grab the eye. Control T. There it is. Okay. Battery looks a lot more like Luz. So obviously a few things. Oh, I know it's throwing it off so much. I didn't give her a little lip clef. It's insane how much that makes it look more like Luz. Like just that little boop, and it's like, oh, that's Luz. I get it now. Oh, I accidentally colored. All right, ears out. What else are we missing here? On the face, we're basically good. There's obviously a few things that are a bit off. I'll tell you what's off. Her eyes are too high up, which means her nose is a little bit too high up. And I think that bang is a little bit too high up as well, or too low down. So we bring that down. Let's grab this eyebrow, bring it down a little bit. Also shrink it too, it's a bit big. Oh yeah, we're getting into the sea shanties of my liked songs. Let's go. Does anybody know how serious YouTube is about streaming like licensed music? I imagine they're actually probably more strict than Twitch is, honestly. Because they're kind of like the first ones to do like the be careful about stuff. So I imagine they're probably more strict about it than Twitch is. Come on, get the curve. Get the curve, Cody. There you go. There you go, big boy. But like that's the thing, Mike. Like sometimes like watching Twitch follow, like sometimes like finding people to follow on Twitch and even getting notifications on Twitch from time to time is like really hard. I feel like I don't get any of my notifications from Twitch half the time. Also, did Discord notify that I was going live? No, it didn't. It didn't put in the announcements or the stream notifications that I was streaming on YouTube. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. Okay. Another thing to figure out later on down the road. Skinny neck. I mean, skinny neck. All right, now we're at the torso part. Let's see, how wide is her torso? It comes up to, at its widest point, it's about half as wide as her head. Okay. A little bit of curve here, and then it drops straight down. Yeah. I feel like I didn't bring that down low enough. Stop it, Cody. Big old fat thumbs. There we go. And let's see. She's got what's going on here. Generally, we're bringing this down a little bit. That's where her shoulders can come out at. Right there and right there. Shoulders slope down pretty normally. How much of that arm can you see? Enough? Okay. All right. Then just got our little hoodie, which I love when like people draw the hoodies just super simple. It's like triangle, triangle. That makes it so easy. Sorry, I'm late drawing outhouse stuff. Yes, I'm trying. Jen, you have to leave. Sorry. No problem, Jen. Thanks for coming by, bud. And yeah, Aaron, I'm learning how to draw Luz. I'm just gonna try and get pretty consistent at drawing her. And then we'll see what happens from there. Because I do like the outhouse style a lot. So it was straight here. And this is our straight and that's our curve. So straight here. And that comes down to right. That's a good little cheat right there. As it goes right next to where her shirt cuts. So if we put that there. And then we throw our curves on the outside. Curve goes this way. And that's dot, same length. Okay. So that should work. And in this pose, her arm is going out and behind. Just their way of being like, yep, here we go. Same length. About same length. Right angle. And it dips down a little bit. Okay. And then her waist is like a rounded off triangle right here. So put that there. Put that there. Yes. Yes. Straight. Yes. So that goes out that way a little bit. And this goes there. That's about right. Pocket. Pocket. Then her legs. Curves on the outside, straight on the inside. And then this is curve, curves, and then straight all the way down. So curve on the outside. And then straight on the inside. Yes. Do that leg. So that'd be curve and then straight. Curve and then straight. And then it flips it on the inside. So it's going to be a curve. Curve. That's more of a straight, and then that's the curve. Yes. Let's see. Where are her knees? Her knees are like right here. Right? Yeah, her knees are, halfway around her waist. That's about where knees usually are. So go here and here. Her knees should be okay. So you bring it down a little bit lower. Down there, that down there. There we go. And then start straight. And here's our curve for the leg. How extreme is that curve? On the outside, it's actually a pretty decent curve. So that's probably good. And then the other leg, her front leg, straight, basically straight all the way down to her shoe from that line. Okay, so then all the curves are on the outside. So curve there, curve there. Is it even? It's gonna be a little, actually is even in this shot. In this reference image, it's about even. So about even there, and then we go out and then basically go straight down. Don't want to make her ankles too skinny. All right. And then halfway between her knees and the bottom of her torso is where her little leg cuffs come in. Her little pants cuffs. So bop. Bop. Well, I did it again. I've come back. I said I want to see the character design. Hey! Haha! Art wins out again. So we go about bop, bop. This is the best trick I ever learned, by the way. Was marking your tops and your bottoms and then making a little line on either side, and the crisscross is where your middle is. It's a perspective trick, and I love it. FBI Donut, are you upsetty because you're not mod? Hold on. There you go. You're now mod, Donut. Oh, you weren't paying for this? See, I didn't know if I would have to like make a ping for it. It looks like I'm gonna have to. But you're mod now, Donut. So nothing has changed. Good art, but I hate you. All right, cool. All right, yeah, so we're halfway down. So we're about halfway, and it kind of crosses halfway, so. Wait, is that? It needs to be a little bit higher, or else it's going to be a tangent. That's actually the inside one. The outside one's straight. Are they even? They are basically even. And it just kind of curves up. This one came out too far. There we go. I'll make the ping for you, I guess. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, I got roasted by a donut. I get roasted a lot. You guys will get used to that if you've never been to a stream. My streams are usually me getting roasted by chat for whatever reason. Luz just really has a great character design. All right. Angle, sleeves up. Sleeves are really short. So torso goes up that way, out a little bit. Yeah, I gotta fix that a little bit. You guys want to know a cheat? Good thing about being able to draw Luz means you can draw like half the cast, no problem. Ida, tall Luz. Amity, slightly taller Luz with different haircut. It's easy. And her shirt cuts right there. That's where her shirt cuts. And her sleeve comes down right below the cut. So, with that knowledge, we know her sleeve ends right there. That sleeve probably comes up a little bit higher because of the angle of the arm. It does. And the way they curve it is like this. Probably because it makes it look a little bit rounder. Which makes sense. Let's see. Backpack, you made it to a stream. Let's go. That doesn't sound like a compliment. Compliment schmompliment. I live off the rage of other people. What was the quote that I saw the other day that was really, really funny? It was something along the lines of like, a college professor was talking to a student, and his student was like, he's like, so what keeps you motivated right now? And the college student said something along the lines of like pure petty revenge. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of a mood. Like, I can definitely relate to that. How big is that hand? Something like that. And then fingertip and thumb. Okay. And the arm, straight, curve. Actually, not a lot of curves in the arm, but it's an arm. It's the arm of a teenage girl, so especially Luz, spindly little twig she is. Let's see, and the outside is one with the curve on it, so arm even looks a little thick here, but it's fine. And this arm just goes bop, bop. Yeah. In this pose, it's just bop, elbow, bop. Can you even see? You can't even see the crease of the arm, so yeah. I didn't watch the direct highlights. Am I in it? Yes. Cody, I love the art style. Also, Cody, if you've drawn one Outhouse character, you've drawn them all. Look. I believe you're in the highlights a little bit. I think I referenced you at some point in the highlights, Donut. I'm not 100% sure. I edited it in like an hour before I went to work. Let's see. I guess I might as well rip off this band-aid, which is the hand band-aid. I have the hand coming down low enough. Not quite, because the hand goes down just below the knee. Which means this probably comes down a little bit lower. And where's her thumb come down at? Her thumb comes down right next to her index finger. It's about right there. Okay. Okay. I think I made her hand too long. Oh, I did this curve way too much. This curve's way too extreme. If you guys haven't heard the Wellerman song by the Long Johns, go listen to it. Or the Longest Johns, go listen to it right now. Boop. Let's see. Yeah, thumb comes out and then comes down and curves in. Okay. Well, I'm not doing that. So thumb comes down and it curves out and then in. And the hand is a lot smoother of a curve. Yes, because it curves all the way down into her pinky. So if I look at that backwards, use my brain to flip it real quick. And then the fingers are all really small, except for that one, her index finger. It's coming out straight. Okay. Let's see. Your words paraphrased. What happened? Message retracted. What's up, guys? You guys know my name is Cody Hansel. Welcome back to the Cody Hansel YouTube channel where all my homies hate donut. Oh my god. Today we're going to be talking about why donut sucks. Donut, you little rascal. All right. Here's another thing I hate. What's that? An artist that hates feet? Wow. What? I'm already noticing a few things that I've done wrong, but I'm going to finish this sketch and I'll break it down whenever I get done with the sketch. All right. So here's our heel. And then we go from our heel into a rectangle. And the rectangle is going to come out to about right here. Where's our other hand? Oh. Okay. Now I'm looking at this foot. This foot goes this way. Let's see. Bup. Yep, there's that toe. Get that little curve in there. Straight. And bring it down and around. What kind of these like slip-on sandals? Has this girl been running around the boiling aisles with like slip-on shoes the entire time? The equivalent of like closed-toes Crocs? What are you doing, Luz? What are you doing? What a child. Absolute child. So making me sound like a boomer. Season 2 of the Owl House is planned to be much more darker. That's what I heard, Diamond. That's what I heard. That is what has been going around. Also, how you doing, Diamond? I wear rainbow Crocs literally everywhere I go. Donut, I will not believe that you own a pair of rainbow Crocs unless you take a picture of them and post them in the Discord. Which, by the way, I want to see if the Discord node is working. Okay, it's not. I gotta figure out how to make that work. I thought I made it work, but I didn't. Because you can't test it when you're not streaming. So it's like, well, okay. Actually, there is a Discord link in the description of the stream. In the stream description, there's a Discord link. So you guys can check that out there if you want to join the Discord. Please join the Discord. I want more people to talk about cartoons with. Okay. So, this is my first pass at Luz. First pass. Now, what am I listening to now? This is another sea shanty. But which one? I don't remember adding this to my likes. Dear Calypso, that's right. This is, yeah, this is like a, yeah. All right, so first pass right here of Luz. Getting as much of the detail as I could in there. Actually, let's just go ahead and do this. Because I'm going to be, it's going to look like she's possessed if she doesn't have her irises colored in. There we go. Now, let's take this one. First pass. And we're going to take it, we're going to shrink it down to be the same size as the other one. And make some comparisons real fast. And first pass is pretty similar. There's a few things that definitely need to change. But for the most part, it's not too bad. All right. So big things that need to be worked on for second pass. All right. Let's see. First and foremost, head not wide enough. All right, because as you see, like if we take Luz's, like the actual art head, it's about yay wide. I made it a good bit not wide enough. Like a decent bit not wide enough. It needs to be it needs to be a little bit wider. With that, her eyes also need to be wider. Whoops. Eyes wider. Eyes wider shut. Let's see. There might be more blood in it. Take on more serious topics. Dennis, the Owl House is as kid friendly as she'll ever get. Yeah, the thing with like blood is that Disney's going to be really kind of careful about how much you got to show off with it. So I don't know how much blood she's going to get away with, but she'll get away with more. She'll get away with some. Let's see. Oh, here's something that I missed. Right here. I missed, like, she actually gets 1, 2. She actually has 2 little hair tufts, and I missed that. Her ear, this ear's a little high. Let's see. Eye needs to be wider. This eye is actually the right size. The other eye was too skinny. I also made her pupils a bit small, so that's too big. That looks a little bit more right. That pupil's a little off, but whatever. How's life? Yeah, Tom, it has been a while. How you doing? I want Trick Moon back. Trick Moon was nice. If Lumity becomes a canon couple in season 2, I'd love to see how they handle it, because not only would it be taking a relationship, they'd be taking on woman living woman relationship. I mean, I don't think there's any way we're not gonna get that relationship. I feel like season 2 is gonna have to focus on it a decent bit with how much setup it had in season 1. My guess, if I had to take a guess, is that like somewhere near the middle of the seasons, whenever they're gonna actually like make the couple a canon thing. But Dana has also already said that like the romance is not the focus on the show. So, but again, that's just saying it's not a focus to me. It's not going to be in it. It's obviously going to be an element of the show. I have to make her head that much bigger, just a little bit. It gives me more room for things like her hair. This tuft I brought up too high. It needs to be farther out. It starts in the middle and it doesn't go up that high. It actually dips down lower. So if I do that. And then this goes down like that, a little bit farther. And this curves up a little bit, but stays pretty close. Yes. And then it kind of goes down and then it coats in. Pretty close to the ear. I'm drawing this in the same layer as the first pass. Oh, well. It's fine. It's practice. I have returned again. I return a lot. Hell yeah, dude. I was just chilling to listen to music and coding, so I might as well listen to Cody. Hey, listen to the sultry sounds of my beautiful voice. Also, I completely didn't do this line right here in the hair. Also, I didn't bring this curve down far enough because it goes all the way down past her ear. It goes into about the middle of her mouth, yeah, and then it comes up. From coding to Cody. that sounds like a show. Let's see. That bang actually needs to be a little bit higher up. And I didn't put that line in right there. I made her eyebrows a bit too thick and didn't have enough curve to them. And let's see, what do we got here? Torso came down a little bit low. Let's see, did I bring her chin? I brought her chin down too far, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Her head's actually more squished than how I drew it. So... ear size is about right, though. If I change all that, actually, I can bring this whole thing up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better, actually. And this means I have the room to bring her nose and her mouth up. Ah, Cody C. Cody brain work now. Beck, what'd you miss? You missed me realizing just how many mistakes I made. Let's see. My puzzle piece now has a shadow. Yeah, I saw that. That's a nice little touch. It definitely would be interesting to see how they handle it through the entire show when it does become canon. Absolutely, Diamond. I'll tell you what, Diamond. The episode I'm most excited for is the episode where Amity has to stand up against her parents, specifically her mom. Probably her mom. Her mom seems like she's the more controlling one of the two because of the whole line about like she likes her kids to be color coded. Don't love that. That's not a don't vibe. It's a bad vibe. That's the vibe that needs to be checked. Um, as somebody who came from a controlling household, or not a controlling household, but one terribly controlling parent, let me tell you, I cannot wait to see that come full circle. The mouth still isn't high enough up. Or else I'd have room for that curve. Usually, even straight ships become canon at the end of a show because people don't want to actually handle the stuff that a normal couple goes through. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. But I'm so excited for that episode. That's one of my favorite episodes of Gravity Falls. Whenever Pacifica fires back on her parents. Ugh, I love that, dude. Also, the fact that Pacifica's parents had her Pavloved into obeying whenever they tingle a bell, that's so messed up. I want a ship to happen in the middle of a show to see the struggles, but once it's over, it's not interesting anymore. Well, yeah, because you don't get to see it. It's like, no, I want to see the struggles. I want to know. I want to see the drama. I'm here for the drama. Let's see. I've pushed that jaw out too much. Which is probably why the curve doesn't look quite right, because I pushed the jaw out too much. Yep. As soon as I fix that, it looks a lot better. And her head comes out a bit too far too. God, the girl's got a lot of hair now that I think about it. It's like I waited years to see a kiss. Oh, yeah. The arc, I mean, well, yeah. The idea is that once the arc is over, it's over. All right. So some things I need to fix here. Actually, now that I fixed the head problems, the torso problem kind of gets fixed a little bit. Because now the torso goes up higher. Oh. You draw one thing a little off model and everything else gets bungoed. So we're bringing it up a little bit. Yeah, see? Now the torso's in the right spot. Well, torso's still a little, or neck's still a little long. Yep, there we go. And now the torso's kind of in the right spot. One thing I did do was I made her legs way too wide. I mean, look at that. I made those legs way too wide. Good thing you guys ain't got to read my handwriting. Only I have to, huh? This leg's also too far out. So the changes that need to be made here. I'm going to bring all this stuff in. That. That. That leg will basically stay still. Actually, it needs to be coming in a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. This foot's a bit small. Because this foot was supposed to be in front, but I made it too small, so it looks like it's actually behind. So and this foot's actually about the right size. Although I did get this angle wrong. I cut it in too much. It needs to stay farther out. Those, actually, I got her tights in the right spot. Her leggings, those are in the right spot. As are this little pants cuffs. What do you call, I guess it would be a pants cuff, right? The cuff of the pants. Yeah, makes sense. God, Mac Miller made some good music. Let's see. I play funny rhythm game, Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah, I hit it. The fact that they'll not only be taking on what a couple goes through, it'll be taking on what women couple goes through, and this makes me go, wow, I'm very excited. Not as bad as mine. Imagine having good handwriting. Lol. Yeah. Also bring your own music. Lol. Yeah. Listen to the best 500 minutes right now. There you go. But yeah, I'm kind of interested in how they're gonna take on the women loving women thing, Diamond, because the thing specifically with the Boiling Isles is that the Boiling Isles doesn't really seem to like specify gender in a lot of their terms. So I don't think you're going to specifically say like while they're on the Boiling Isles. I don't think here's my big brain theory, right? My big brain theory is that while they're on the Boiling Isles, is not going to, the problem with their relationship isn't going to be that it's a women loving women relationship. That's not going to be like the crux of it. The crux of it is going to be what's already kind of been established between Amity and her family, and that is that Amity's family is like full of themselves, and they're like, you know, only good, powerful witches are in our inner circle of friends. That was the whole thing with like Amity and Willow, and why Amity had to stop being friends with Willow. I think they're gonna do something very similar to that with Amity and Luz, where like her parents are gonna be like, you can't hang out with this person because she's not even a witch. Like she can't even do normal magic, and like that's gonna be the crux of the relationship. But they're obviously gonna like find a way to tie it in to be more like a better, what's the word I'm looking for here? A better metaphor than how I'm explaining it, because they're professional writers and illustrators and I'm a dummy on the internet. Like they'll find a way to make it stronger than how I'm putting it. But I feel like that's how the crux is going to be. It's not going to be the fact that it's a woman loving woman relationship that's going to be the issue. The issue is going to be the fact that it is like a not strong witch versus like a strong witch family. Because I mean, from what we've seen from the Owl House so far in the Boiling Isles, it doesn't seem like gender is an issue for relationships. For what we've seen, like that doesn't seem to be any kind of an issue on the Boiling Isles. Which, I mean, God, goals, am I right? But I also don't know if Disney right now would explicitly let them go out and say the whole, you know, this is a lesbian relationship. Because I mean, they wouldn't even let the ghost of Molly McGee be called the curse of Molly McGee. Like they had to change the name of Molly McGee to the ghost from the curse because religious people won't like it. Technically, her parents are racist towards humans. It even has its own turn called humanist. Wow, I missed that information. They'll probably fix it in localization. Oh, they definitely will. Yeah, they definitely will do that. Let's see. I actually got her hand surprisingly right and her arm surprisingly right. I twigged up this arm a little bit too much. She's not quite that. I mean, she's spindly, but she's not quite that spindly. I did have her arm too far out, though. So it kind of flattens the image. Her arm needs to come more in. So it doesn't flatten the image as much. I flattened the pose. Because I'm a coward. But this is not about being a coward. This is about learning how to draw. Learning how to be better, damn it. Well, not that far in. It's just her thumb was poking into it a little bit, breaking the silhouette. Up. Yeah, there we go. But you got to redraw the hand a little bit anyways, because I didn't quite get the pose in the hand right. Yeah. Let's get like a 50% opacity eraser going. That's not what I wanted. Where is opacity on erasers? Honestly, didn't need an eraser. It's already got the opacity turned on, so. There we go. Let's see. I know this isn't related, but anything I wish video game music was more respected in society. It feels awkward whenever someone asks me what music I listen to. Yeah, I agree. I listen to a lot of video game music too, so I absolutely know that vibe. Disney doesn't care about the religious demographic thing since they make up a really tiny portion of their bottom line. They'll just make the progressive version for the US and change it for some of the other overseas versions. I think you're right in the fact that that's where they're going. I don't know if they're 100% there yet. There are certain elements of their things that they are like definitely going to change because of religious aspects. Like, again, I know for a fact the ghost in the Molly McGee from the curse of Molly McGee was changed because of the religious aspect. And that's, I think it's going to go full tilt off of the whole religious thing whenever people finally give up on cable. Because cable is a, like, dying medium at this point. Once cable dies completely, I think that's when we'll see it. My finger's a bit wide. It looks a lot better. I made this too straight. After the conversation we had, and I'm like, this is too straight. I don't know. This kind of stands out. It's kind of funny to me. That kind of angles up a little bit. Should do these on different layers. Oh, wow. Yeah, looks much better. Currently listening to Final Fantasy VII R music right now. Dude, Final Fantasy VII R is so good. Disney does that all the time? Yeah, I know they do. I'm just wondering how far they're willing to push it right now, all things considered. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a restroom break. I'm gonna do another pass with Luz in a different pose. So BRB. All right, Cody back. Actually, you want to know? I just thought about this. You want to know who draws the best Owl House art? Like my favorite Owl House art in the world. Go to Instagram real quick. I believe their username is the Romano. Let's see. Oh, Royal Raptor. Royal Raptor followed me. Thank you, Royal Raptor. If you're still here, I appreciate it. I think it's the Romano. Yeah, the Romano. This I love Romano's art. By the way, they 17 years old, ridiculously talented artist. Go follow the Romano. Let me get Luz's feet out of the way here. I mean, look at this. They've been on a big kick with Wonder Egg Priority recently, which I still need to start. Guess who had to leave again? Jen. Yes, Dana Terraces draw her own show very well. But like, Romano's art is so good. So good. Where's their... Yeah, here's their Owl House work. Look at that. Ah, I love it. It's so good. Where's the... Yes, right here. Yes, I love it. It's so good. They're so talented. What an amazing artist. They're only 17 years old. They're going to get an industry job out the freaking gate. If they don't, I'll riot. Look at this. So talented. The Romano is so good at what they do. She's amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. They went on a real big Owl House kick. Oh yeah, Beta Lumini. I love Luz and Amity's beta designs. Drew some cute little comics. I'm not going to go through all their stuff, but go follow the Romano if you haven't. It's right there. I'll drop a link in chat for everybody. There you go. There's the link. Yeah, Romano, phenomenal artist. Great job. That looks so good. I love the Romano. I love their work. That's some damn dude. Ridiculously talented. 17 years old. Ridiculously talented. Insanely good at what they do. What a phenomenal artist. I found them because I think I found them because whenever Dana was still on Twitter, she retweeted some of their fan art, and that's how I found them. And I was like, dude, I got to peace out and focus for a bit. It's good seeing you again, Tom. Or Cody. It was good seeing you again, Tom. Thanks for coming by, bud. Peace out, buddy. All right. So let's take what we know and try to do a slightly different pose with Luz. I don't know what pose yet. Maybe we just do something like maybe she's pointing maybe she's got Ida's staff and she's pointing it at something. Sure. Let's do that. So second pose. I'm so hot. 1 second. Gotta take off my hoodie. Ooh. Okay, there we go. That ought to cool me off. Jar T posing. Asserting dominance. All I can do is hear my voice in the comments the same as the character's voice over from the Let's Play I watched for the game that this character is in. Loses it again. Oh. Luz is in a game. She's in the kart racing game. Is Luz in another game? Hold on. Now I'm curious. Luz Noceda game. Oh, your profile picture. Who's your profile picture? It's so tiny on my screen. Now I'm curious what your profile picture is. I affected the live stream. Well, you made me curious is what you did. And my curiosity is powerful. Like, I don't want to read that chat anymore. Let's see. Channel. Who is this character? What is this character from? Because I see, like, is the character's name Jinabushi? Because I looked up Jinabushi and I see 4 other channels in the same name. Oh, it is. Jinabushi from Your Turn to Die. 6th grader and one of the 20 participants forced into playing a death game. Okay. It would be a death game. Ooh, spoilers? Okay. I got to the Utamayo. Yes, the Utamayo part of my playlist. I went on a big Utamayo kick the other day. Did Donut fix the stream notifications? Maybe he did. Oh, we'll see. Is that the only kid in there? Is it a visual novel? That's probably why I haven't heard of it. I don't keep up with visual novels. I don't like reading. I'm dumb. I got a dumb little brain. All right. What did we say? Luz pointing the staff, I think is what I said. Let's draw a bit of a grid just so I kind of have an idea. Really basic 2-point perspective. Yeah, that works. It's my current assumption that I probably should be obsessed with and Danganronpa. Dude, I hear so much about that. Hey, actually, since I just talked about another art, let's talk about other artists real quick. Because they've been doing a lot of Danganronpa fan art recently. Kiana Mai. She's been doing so much Danganronpa fan art. Here we go. Another fantastic artist you should follow. She's been drawing these two characters together. Don't know who they are, but she ships them. She also draws a ton of Jessie and like Pokemon stuff, or yeah, like Pokemon stuff. She loves Team Rocket. All of her work is great. It's great. By the way, just watch Let's Plays if you don't like visual novels. I mean, yeah, you're right. I love her little Stormy character. She's adorable. But yeah, she's been all about these two. She's been drawing so much of these two lately. Kiana Mai art on Instagram. There's a link to hers. Yes. I'll take your word for it. I'll call this ground plane. Name your layers, even if you do it badly. 20-second pass. All right. So we're gonna draw Luz. Let's move this over. Her feet are gonna be like that way and that way. Let's see. What would the pose be? A reference. A reference. Staff pose reference. Never be afraid to use reference. If anyone tells you not to use reference, they're cowards. Let's see. Come on, somebody's got to be doing the pose I'm looking for. Actually, I know exactly who does the pose I'm looking for. Aang, Avatar, Staff. There's definitely a shot that I'm looking for that Aang does with his staff. And I've seen it screen capped before. Aang Avatar. No, not the behind the back look. That one's so close, but not quite. Actually, this will be easier and it's a cute pose. We'll forget this kid's here. We'll forget this kid's here. I want to do this pose, I think. But with Luz. Let's see. This reminds me of something one server for LGBTQ plus folks we made a role called Coward. Wait, what do you mean? What reminds you of a role called Coward? What did I do? All right. Get these feet mapped out. That's the first foot right there. And this foot's going like this way. Oh, you said cowards don't look for references for things that draw. Don't look at references when they draw. Yeah. If anybody tells you not to use reference, they're just literally trying to make you a worse artist. They're being a bad person. I don't even think that's a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's like the coolest take on the planet, frankly. Let's see. All right. Hi, I'm new here, but your channel seems really neat, and you look like a cool artist too. Thanks, Katsu. I'm working on the art part, but I do love my channel as well. But hi, Katsu. We made another server to him, and I'm the owner of it and priest. I love like making the I changed the name of like my like obviously I'm the owner of my server, but I change my private server and I change the name of it all the time. Like what the leadership role is called. Like for example, my leadership role started out as Kami. So like Japanese for God, because that was funny. And then eventually, I don't know what it was after that. It was something else, but it was something dumb. But now in my channel, my role is King Dumb Stupid Dum Dum Baby. Like that's the name of my channel. That's the name of my role in my channel is King Dumb Stupid Dum Dum Baby. I just think it's really funny. All right. Wow, did I make my pencil really thin? Or I guess I'm probably just zoomed out. Let's make it a little bit thicker. There we go. Dog culture fun? I wouldn't say most culture fun. Although, if there was a fun cult, I think a dog cult would be the funnest one pretty easily. I think that heading was a little bit too sharp. Oh, grabbed the wrong thing. Too much of an angle. There we go. It's a mean cult. We don't believe in it. You don't believe in dogs? What? Just just completely flip the conversation around. It's like, what do you mean you don't believe in dogs? Dogs are like the most real thing on the planet. This is what I'm passionate about, by the way. Dog cults. I am realizing that this is curvy. There we go. A little bit lower, maybe. Ducktales are awesome. Also, I held a 2 truths and a lie in there. It was really fun. That does sound like fun. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, I'm not. I need to do more. Bop. Bop. This like needs to go farther out. Looks like it needs to come back in. Not much, just a little bit. There we go. Looks fine. I'm just going to go to the live chat, aren't you? Well, you're like one of the few people in chat right now. And that's fine. Keep talking, bud. Let's just keep going. Run that mouth. Who cares? If you're here and you're chatting, it gives me someone to talk to. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here like, the eye's not high enough. Fucking. Uh-oh, mouth is crooked. It's not a lake, it's a puddle. Exactly. Let's talk about more dog colts. Dog colts. She's a little bit tall. There we go. Have room to fit her hair now. All right, let's play around with the cleanup sketch. Let's turn the ground plane down a little bit. There we go. I don't think Luz would have this like smug look that Aang has in his face here, so we're not gonna do the smug. We're just gonna do like a more open eye thing. Not that Luz isn't smug half the time, because she kind of is. That's too big of an eye. You look lonely, but I didn't know what to say. I'd just say anything. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Deadpool 3 are telling me Disney's first R-rated movie that Disney is behind since they own Fox now. You're right. I've already made a chapter in the book. Did you not see her child photo? Yeah, I know. Mm, there we go. The ear right there. Let's see. I'm also drawing. I find it helps me focus to have this in the background. I'm awkward and sorry if I'm not in chat. Nah, Katsu, don't worry about it. If you're in chat, talk. If you don't want to talk, don't talk. It's whatever, dog. She had the smuggest expression ever. Yes, you're right. The server's still pretty small. I have 18 people, so you get to know everyone better. Yeah. Just shows you how far Disney has come with the fact that kid-friendly Disney will be behind a R-rated movie. Just makes you go, wow, and makes me happy. I mean, yeah. Disney is at the point right now where it's so large and it owns so many things that it can do kind of everything and still be its Disney brand. Because like just how disconnected everything else is from from like the main entity of Disney. I mean, everybody knows Disney owns the world. But we also know that like the people behind Marvel is not necessarily the exact same people from Disney, you know? Disney just basically bought these places up to control the market, which is terrifying in its own way. But gesture, I don't know. It's a lot more than my brain takes in. Yeah, don't worry, we're just vibing, Katsu. Well done, Luz. You've done what the Emperor's Coven could not. Destroy the Boiling Isles. Do you feel like a witch yet? You. Cyberpunk 2021 featuring Disney. That they can't make any other shows with one of the main characters being shown to the LGBTQ plus. Disney's thinking everything, and that's actually kind of true. Yeah. At some point, I feel like at some point something's gonna have to happen though. At some point, I feel like Disney's a bubble right now, and eventually that bubble has the pop. It's just a matter of when. Yes. Okay, good. We're good. Eyebrows a bit high up. And a bit big. There we go. I am not getting this curve right now. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. And then bring that up there. Nice. Let's see. Cody, do you have enough money? You can just literally change the law? Yeah, I know. Just more representation. A lot of people feel more accepted when they see someone on screen like them. Yes, absolutely. Eventually, Disney will own the world. I just thought of something like that would be literally Disney World. Yeah, literal Disney World. It is that a lot of time main characters who are female and male just become a relationship. A lot of people, the opposite themselves, just like friends. Cough star versus cough. Yeah. Jen, I don't know if you've seen it, but if you want to see a really good example of a platonic male-female relationship in media, Glitch Text. Glitch Text is the perfect, is a great male-female platonic relationship in modern day media. I brought this out too far. Five and Miko have shown no signs of an obvious romantic relationship. And the creators have talked about. I actually did an interview with the creators. We talked about this a little bit. I think we talked about it. I don't know. That interview was so long ago, and I was so nervous during the whole thing. I should have been because Dan and Eric are super chill, but you know, whatever. I thought that looked funny. There we go. I love that show. Why can't this happen more? We need to normalize male females just being friends. I mean, I feel like it is getting more and more normal. It just needs to be super normal. I don't like. Yeah, I like that more. I like pushing that a little bit more. Oh, no, but not right there. That's creating a tangent right there, that is. Also, I played with my microphone to make me a little bit louder. Is it working? Do I sound more like consistently louder without blowing your ears away? No one's complained about me being loud, so I imagine it's all right. Yoink. Let's see. I have many female friends. I just don't want stuff like SF. Yeah, I haven't watched Star yet. I was super into Star whenever it first came out. Like I thought, man, the show looks great. And then the more I've heard about it, the more like off of it I've been. I feel like at some point I need to watch it just so I can talk about it. This is too. This went too far. So let's push it down. Bring it out. And then there we go. That looks so much more right. Nice. What am I doing? Follow your stuff, Cody. Let's see. We actually have the executivity of Disney on our side. The old one was really homophobic. Yes, you're absolutely right. Star literally kissed Marco if you actually broke off Tom. Why can't that happen? Why can't that? Let's see. Why can't that happen on TV though? We need more trans rep cartoons in your opinion? Yeah, absolutely. And that stuff is on its way. It should have been here. Should have never had. We never should have had to wait for it. I say we. I'm a straight guy. I'm a straight white guy. I'm the most default person on the planet. But like the kind of representation should have never had to been waited on. But that stuff is on the way. That's why that eye was so high up. I drew it too high up. I drew the top of the eye too high. There we go. MB rep, gender fluid. I mean, yeah, all of it. Neurodivergent stuff, like all of it. Just literally all of it. If there's an underrepresented thing in the market, we need more of it. Because frankly, I'm tired of a bunch of stories about boring ass white people. I have to live with a boring white person every single day when I look in the mirror, okay? We're overdone. Give me some variety, damn it. Let's see. Honestly, I didn't expect She-Ra to have neurodivergent and polyamorous relationships. Yeah. Again, I didn't talk about the neurodiversity thing in my video, although I did talk about how much I love Entrapta, because I wasn't aware of it at the time. And that was an issue with me. I should have been more aware of it. I should have been more like open to the idea and knowledgeable about it. But now I am more knowledgeable about it. So next time I address something like that, I can talk about it with more information. I want more ADHD people in TV. I just want a good story. Yeah, I think there actually is a lot of ADHD characters in TV. It's just they're not going to come out and say this character is ADHD. Like they're not going to say it explicitly, which I think a lot of people are scared of that, the explicit acceptance of things. But if it's a thing in everyday life, it needs to be a thing in our everyday media. Do have plenty of ADHD people on YouTube though. Entrapta's my favorite. I love her so much. Me too, Jen. I love Entrapta. I put out a tweet about this, and it's true. I've never been wrong about this. But the best characters in any show is always the wacky, over-eccentric scientist, or who might be a little bit evil sometimes, and the like goofy, fun-loving pirate with a heart of gold. Those are always the two best characters and character designs, and nobody has ever proven me wrong. Nobody. I am right, and I will carry that truth to my grave. All right? Someday, whenever I create original characters, if I ever do, I'm not much of a creative person when it comes to like character designs and stuff. But if I ever do it, I'm going to make a couple, and the couple is going to be the crazy scientist and the good-hearted pirate. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to create that. It's going to be mine. I'm so glad She-Ra represented non-binary people. She-Ra had great representation, which kind of makes me upset, which is one of the elements of it that made me really upset that whenever Blue Sky shut down, it kind of killed the Pneumonia movie. Nimona was, if you guys don't know, Nimona was also created by the creator of She-Ra and the Princess of Power. And it like the character is like straight up is like I am a non-binary. It's like straight up the movie would have been like straight like non-binary representation. Did I make her legs too long? I feel like her legs are gonna be way too. Well, she's really leggy as a character. Like she has this much leg, and then this much like upper body. She's a very leggy character. Leggy characters are really popular these days, especially in female characters. Inspire. I'm sure the representation of She-Ra is great, but the fan base is just telling me I should watch it literally every day. Kind of puts me off from ever watching it. That's why you don't listen to fan bases. Ignore fan bases. Everybody says that a fan base is the reason why they don't want to watch something. Then just don't be a part of the fan base. Just watch it for your own enjoyment. Her hair tuft is way too low here. I might comment on a fan base every once in a while if they post something, or especially if it's like fan art or something. Like, yeah, I'll like the fan art or whatever a lot of the times. But I do not consider myself a part of like any fan base. Not anymore. Because fan base has like the ability to just turn so toxic so fast that I just don't associate with fan bases. I like shows that I like because I like them, and I don't need a group of people who like the same thing as me to verify or validify that I like it. All getting turned off by all being in a fan base can do really is affect you negatively, because you already like the show. All a fan base is going to do is going to make you dislike elements of it. That's kind of my hot take on it, I guess. But fan bases like very rarely make things better, in my opinion. The more I'm told to do something, the less I want to do it. And if it wasn't really interested in doing it, that's a dead sentence for me in doing it. But seriously, I'm sick of the token black person. Imagine basing your sense of self on what media you consume. Yeah, right. I'm kind of like that donut with certain things. Not really with shows. I kind of get FOMO when it comes to shows where I'm like, damn, I really should watch this. I need to watch this. But then I just never watch it because I'm terrible at doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. I've angled the shirt up too much. The shirt needs to be lower, because it doesn't match it with this line right there. There we go. Looks better. And this line could use a little bit of a tweak. I need to push this shape up a little bit so it looks a little bit skinnier than the other one, because it would be the less seen one. This one would look more out. There we go. And bring that shoulder up in. There we go. That looks better. See, it's different for you. You literally have a show, podcast with this stuff. You have to watch it. I don't have to watch anything. I know it's called the Animation Talk Show, so the idea would be I have to watch everything animated related, but I don't feel the need to. I mean, like, whenever WandaVision stops coming out, I'm gonna make a WandaVision video. Like, I'm kind of moving away from exclusively animation content. That's always gonna be my big focus. But as much as I have to talk about something, like I'll let someone know, like, it's out, or hey, it's coming out. I also very blatantly say, like, this is or is not in my wheelhouse. Now, some things that I'm not optimistic for, I will watch. Like, for example, The Earwig and the Witch, or The Witch and the Earwig, the CGI Ghibli film. I'm not particularly interested in that movie, but I think it's an interesting conversation to have, because it's just so different from everything Ghibli does. Um, or Ghibli. I never know which one they're pronounce, whichever we're gonna pronounce it. Um, Same with the Tom and Jerry movie. I know a lot of people, and that comes out tomorrow. I know a lot of people who are on the fence about the Tom and Jerry movie. It does it look good? Does it look bad? Are you interested or are you not interested? And I'm I'm right in the middle where like elements of it look good, elements of it look bad. I'm interested in it, but in my head, if I would have, but in my head, like I went in like low expectations and I watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I ended up walking out happier with it. Whenever I watch the Tom and Jerry movie tomorrow, I'm gonna try and have that same mindset where like I'm not expecting greatness from this, but who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see. Cycle, let me watch it. Can watch it again. Let's see. I've only seen the first episode she wrote. Does it get any better afterwards? I have to wait until the third-ish season for it to pick up. Aaron, season one is a little bit of a slag, is a little bit of a lag in the beginning. Towards the back half of season one, it starts to pick up a little bit, and then season two is whenever things start hitting the ground running a little bit harder. Like after the second or third episode of season two, things start getting pretty good. They get pretty good. Um, there's some like blatant writing issues in season four that feel a little rushed. Um, like the pacing of season four gets a little bit rough, but overall, I think it's like a good ending for the series. I'd recommend watching it. Currently watching standalone Ghost in the Shell. I haven't watched it. The only Ghost in the Shell I've seen is the movie. So much better than the mainline Danganronpa games, fan projects, original ideas. I feel like Ghibli would be straying too far from its roots if they start making CGI films. I don't know. Can't wait till season 4 of Infinity Train. I need to watch seasons 2 and 3 of Infinity Train and rewatch season 1. I want more 2D movies. I just like the art style more. Same, Jen. The princess episodes were so tropey at the end of season 1. It was, yeah, they were tropey. The end of season 1 was better. I think I'll pass them. That's fair, Aaron. Is this a Snail House? It is Snail House. I don't want to listen to Snail House right now. I'll listen to AJR though. Let's go. I love AJR. Like her pants are going up way too high. Well, yeah, her pants are going up way too high because of the angle. I have to draw the top of her pants here. That angle's too high up, but whatever, we're already here. Am I about to make her legs too wide again? I am. I need to avoid that. What if I just make this a straight? Yo, there we go. That straight works really well there, actually. Oh, I accidentally hit chat. Whoops. I get a Smurfs movie vibe from the Tom and Jerry, and I really wanted to be surprised by it, but it feels like most of the movie, like they blend together, don't do anything to stand out. Cartoons started off for adults, but then came for kids, and now it's like they're slowly becoming for adults again because they're allowing for much more darker. Because they're allowing them much more darker. Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I mean, cartoons is like the most open medium on the planet. I think we should have more darker cartoons for teens and adults. Jin, I've had this video idea for a long time rolling around in my head in this old noggin, this big brain of mine. And I am so like, I just need to like write, I just need to sit down, do my research and write it. Cause I feel like it's not, I feel like it's not like a crazy discovery, but I feel like it's going to open a lot of people's, I don't know. I don't even know if it open a lot of people's eyes, but I think it's an interesting topic to go on. Hmm. Maybe I should make this outer line more of a straight. That's kind of a straight, isn't it? A curve into a straight. Because that would be where her knee is right there, and her knee would be right there because of the angle. Looks about right. Let's see. Wait, when did I start playing this? I don't know. Reminds me of another thing on the server. I made a joke where I called the server king. I'm officially calling him that, a boomer, because he's older than me. Cartoons nowadays seem much more focused on adults because they tackle more adult topics. I think they tackle more human topics, not just adult topics. I think for a long time, cartoons and the people making the cartoons underestimated the value or underestimated the intelligence of children. I think that's been a big issue. Is like people think that kids are stupid, and kids aren't stupid. Kids are naive. There's a very big difference. Kids are ignorant and they're naive. They're not stupid. The moment you think of a kid as stupid is the moment you're giving up on that child and their like level of intelligence and their ability to learn. And you should never do that to a kid. But donut, I just said you're not stupid. You're ignorant and naive, and that comes with being young. Who else thinks Cody Hansel needs more subs? Not me. That guy sucks. Absolute trash tier YouTuber. Am I right? Am I right, chat? Let's go. I feel like I'm making things. Yeah, I'm stretching her out way too much. I managed to make her legs too long, and she's an extremely leggy character. Actually, I think I just made her too wide. She's not half the width of her. I did. That's exactly what I did. Because her torso is supposed to be half the width of her head, and it isn't right now. I did rubber band out her legs a bit too much too, though. That look actually kind of looks fine. Yeah, that looks way better. Children understand much more than people think they do. They understand a lot of adult things. They even don't want to be treated like children. Just gonna stop paying attention. I guess brain default to practice a video game. Dramatic hair flip intensifies. I don't even have enough hair to do that right now. My hair is so short. Receding hairline check. Let's go. Boomer alert. I hate children. I've done so many jobs with children. I've always been good with kids. I don't know why. It's not like I'm a big goofy idiot who watches cartoons. But I've also always been the oldest brother. Like I'm the oldest of all my siblings. Can you ever become the youngest brother? Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore because now it's getting dark. It's getting real dark real fast. Now that I realize the conversation thread I almost went on. You can, in fact, become the youngest brother, but there are some categories that need to be met, and I don't want to think about them right now. They don't deserve to be treated like adults. They obviously don't deserve privacy. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure every single time you want to talk to a child who lives with you, you just bust into their room. Don't give them any warning. Especially if they have a computer in their room or actually any kind of device that can get on the internet these days. Just bust right in. Don't ask any questions. There's no way that'll go wrong. Just get the arms kind of referenced in there somewhere. I'm on the wrong pen, but that's fine. Do you remember the Hawaiian t-shirt joke? That's still the best joke ever. What was the Hawaiian t-shirt joke? Oh yeah. What did I say? I was like, and I'm the human personification of a Hawaiian t-shirt. That's pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. I like ad-libbing my little openings. I don't pre-write those. They're like one of the few parts of my videos I don't pre-write anymore. I want to keep those like funny. I want to keep those off the cuff because I think it's funnier that way. Even if they're not really, I think it's funny. Get the feet right. No. Actually, this foot's almost right. It's just too long. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I know what I did. There we go. That should fix it. Needed. I have to tweak the foot a little bit, but that's way better. Me, a child, listening about how not stupid I am in chat. Hey, make people feel better. That's it. My project's doing like 15 minutes. I'm 65% done with it. Dude. How to use the downloading machine anyway. Go do your homework, kiddo. Do it. I hate adults. I am an adult. How do I see retracted messages? I don't know. Boop. Adults bad, Lord of the Flies Island good. Aaron, how many people in this chat do you think's gonna get that? I'm curious, actually. How much of a required read is Lord of the Flies anymore? Anyways, I wonder. Certainly, schools still make you do required reading, right? Certainly, there's still required reads here and there. Right? There's like gotta be. Let's see. Adults bad. Wait. As an adult, were you around during MySpace? Technically, MySpace is still around, and MySpace was really big whenever I was in grade school. Like, MySpace was at its height whenever I was 6th, 7th, 8th grade, whenever I was still in middle school, basically. Although I came from a small town, so we didn't call it middle school, we just called it elementary school. We didn't have enough people to justify a middle school. But yes, whenever I was 9, 10, 11 was whenever MySpace was at its height, when it was at its most popular. I was around whenever Facebook started seeing its big growth. I watched Facebook kill a man, and that man's name was MySpace. You know, even as a kid, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. Sometimes it's just time to watch something die. You know. And I had to watch MySpace die. I had to watch him kill Tom. I watched Tom die. He didn't deserve it. He just wanted to be everyone's friend. And he was. He was. If you deleted Tom off your friends list in MySpace, you're the reason why MySpace died. I blame you. Who else played the impossible quiz with the boys at lunch break? Yo! Me. Let's see. What am I learning? Not much. As someone who lives in a small town, it kind of sucks. People are really bigoted where I live. Hey, same. There's a reason I avoid my dad at all costs. There's a lot of reasons, actually, but we won't get into that. Whenever I hit 1 million subs on YouTube, I'm going to do a daddy issues video. Talk about a more depressing topic for a YouTube video than ranting about daddy issues for 10 minutes. Oh, God, that's funny. Kind of envious people who grew up reading the usual things like Lord of the Flies, 1984, etc. in school. I didn't read 1984 in school. We read a bunch of high school dramas instead. I mean, that's what I read when I wasn't reading all those other books. That kind of turned me off high school dramas as well as literature for a while. Who the F is Tom? That shows just how young you are. You don't know Tom from MySpace? Google Tom MySpace right now. And the first picture that comes up, actually don't do it. I want to make sure it's the right thing. I'm sure I'm remembering Tom MySpace right. Where's that picture? Where's that? There's Tom. There's the boy who only wanted to be friends with everybody. This is Tom right here. Good old MySpace Tom. He was, whenever you created a MySpace account, he was the very first, he was your friend. He created MySpace and he used MySpace to become every single person's friend. That's just the goodest boy. Look at him. He's got to be in his 40s now. Make it 1,000. I gotta go. I gotta know. If a kid wants to learn about LGBT, parents should teach their kids about LGBTQ instead of just trying to avoid it. Absolutely. Also, when you hit 1 mil, remember us. There's a lot of people I'm gonna. Whenever I'm forgotten, I'll delete the entire Discord. Don't I know? And I will. That's nice but weird. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear about your daddy issues. My daddy issues aren't nothing unique, frankly. It's kind of hard to see the arm right now, but that's fine. I'll just draw it in a slightly different color. So I can see the arm on top of everything. Yeah, she has really subtle curves in her arms. Made that a little bit too pushed. There we go. There we go. Looks kind of weird having both be the same here. I should flip it. So excited for the 1 mil special. Who made my profile pic? That is my good friend Nick Paris. Let me pull up his Instagram since you asked. Nicholas Paris. Good old Nick Paris. One of my best friends, a phenomenal artist, a great person, such a dope dude. Another great artist. Look at this work. Oh, I love his character so much. She's adorable. Hungry little dude. Little baby sour. Little baby sweet. I love all. He works on the Casa Grandes, by the way. He's a storyboard artist for Nickelodeon. These are his characters, Smile and Moxie, that he commissioned somebody to make as a sculpture. Nick Paris is a great, great dude. He streams over on Twitch a lot. He's a character designer by trade. He's a storyboard artist. He's done animation. He's done everything. He is fantastic. I love Nick to death. And I'm going to go ahead and just paste his Paste his stuff right now. He's a great guy, and especially if you're wanting to learn anything about character design or storyboarding, go watch Nick's stream and talk and like ask in his stream. He will answer questions for you, and he will he's great. Nick is a fantastic person. Yours and his art is I'm gonna say 1,000,000,000 times better than me. Wow, that's amazing. I have a little bit of practice from like my past life, and by that I mean I went to art school around of money, like everybody that goes to art school. That's not true. Some people are better at managing their life than I am. I would say most people are. That's too low, and that's too obvious. There we go. But I mean, it's just years of practice, dude. And knowing, like, honestly, the biggest thing about getting better at art that I've discovered recently is learning how to study. Like, teaching kids about an LGBT couple would be the same as teaching them about a straight couple, but it would probably just have a few extra things. I don't even think that's necessarily true. Like for me, when it comes to like educating children about certain topics like this, it's just be straight with them. I mean, don't be straight with them. Be honest with them. It doesn't matter if there's I just purposely chip over my words. No, just be honest with them. Like, kids are more intelligent than people give them credit for. Like, don't feel like you have to dumb down a concept for a child. You might have to use different language with them, but don't feel like you need to dumb it down. I'm gonna push this pose a little bit because I feel like it's a bit too stiff. Yeah, there we go. Because now it doesn't get in the way of this outline. But I still have the overlap from this arm, so it still layers itself. Nice. I know it's throwing me off as well. Didn't draw the tights. Our tights go a little bit lower, actually. Actually, I think I had that one right. It's our front one that's a little too high. Yep, there we go. That front leg is throwing me off. I bet I know why. Because I feel like the foot needs to go this way. Will literally just flipping the foot solve my problem? It kind of did. I'm also noticing that I've angled it too much. If I pull it up, it looks better. What if I flip it now? Now it's too far over. Doesn't look like it's connected to the foot anymore, to the leg. Looks a bit better. Be gay with them. Yeah. If you dumb it down, then I'm sorry that's your fault since you fell as a parent. Or yeah, literally. Aaron. I hate all the forced emojis on websites. Of course you do. Turn your family tree into a family circle. Stop. I live in Tennessee. That's too real. I'm replacing straight with tiger LGBTQ plus terms. Or were you aware of that? Eat 12 o'clock gang. Is it? Oh, it's only 11 for me. WandaVision new episode. I gotta wait an hour for the new episode of WandaVision. Honestly, yes. I know what you, yeah. I like that, Jin, but also I like the idea of like Tiger being the new straight. It's like, what's your sexuality? I'm Tiger. I mean, actually, now that I think about it for longer than 2 seconds for the joke, that does kind of imply bestiality, which I'm not about. But it's kind of funny. It do be kind of funny, though. Central time zone intensifies. Oh, yeah, basically. Is your country also being a disaster? I mean, I live in Tennessee. So. Aaron, you literally just took what somebody said and turned it into incest. I don't want to hear any Jesus Christ Cody's out of you. I don't want to hear it. I need to zoom in on Aang's hands here because I'm really just going to copy the boy's hands right now. I mean, I'm going to reference them. I need a bigger tablet. Make that work. The country of Tennessee? Yeah. Canada? I'm waiting for Canada to just secretly, like, just to come out of the woodwork and be like, we were the secret villains the whole time. We were always evil. We've been conning you fools into thinking that we were the happy town. But no, we were bad too. There is no happiness in the world. We're all nasty. So I don't believe that. I believe there's more good in the world. I just also feel like when it comes to like being vocal about it, being good is the vocal minority. But maybe that's just me being optimistic. I'm generally pretty happy with that post. It feels stiff. It doesn't feel flat, but it feels stiff. I wonder if there's a way to push it. There's definitely a way to push it, but And I'm gonna need you to move over for a minute, bud. Can I not mesh transform this? I want to be gentle with this. We don't want to push it too far. Yeah, see right there? So we can get too much. That did push it a little bit more. The pose looks a little bit more round. Looks a little bit pushed. Let's see. Yeah, the country of Tennessee. Sydney, can we still go to Taco Bell? Canada isn't as squeaky clean as you think. I mean, obviously not. We planned the end of the USA, so won't always be referred to as northern state, northern USA. More lied to you. You're exactly 300 subs over me. There's a song called I Believe Most People Are Good, and one line is I believe you love who you love. It ain't something you should be ashamed of. And that's just a cold hard truth. Absolutely. That reminds me, Diamond. Where is it? People 2. I think it's People 2 still peopling. Hold on. Okay, Andrew Jackson Jihad. The album is called People Who Can Eat People Are the Luckiest People in the World. It's funny. AJJ makes really good music. But he has a song called People. People by AJJ and Brave is a Noun by AJJ are two of my favorite songs. And I highly recommend you check them out. I'll go ahead and just drop links to them in the chat in case you guys are curious about listening to them. People 3 Revelations. Yes. That's another good one. But these are the links to the songs. I love those songs. All right, now we're on to the Central Park part of my playlist. Let's go. People 4 Kingdom of the Crystal. Okay. Anybody else love Taco Bell? I used to. I don't hate Taco Bell, but I am kind of disillusioned with it nowadays, being totally honest. Okay. Whoops. Her hand needs to be a little bit bigger. Luz kind of do have the big hands. No, I just realized about this pose. I'm going to have to draw Albert in his staff form. So that's something that I kind of walked into, huh? There's something. What does everybody think Luz's palisman is going to be? Because God knows Luz better get a palisman. And I believe it's either going to be a bat, which I doubt, but it's a potential thing. But I really want it to be like a little sea otter. I think her palisman is going to be like a little sea otter. Just because of how many otter references they've made with her. People 5 Ground Zeroes and People 5 the Phantom Pain. How many characters do you think is a lot for a cast? For a main, like for the lead? Like leading characters, I would say 7 is right on the border of too many. Because you can kind of make 7 work. I wouldn't personally want to go any more than 4. And if you have like a longer series and not just a TV show or something, a longer series, I think you could push it to like probably 5 or 6 because you're gonna be jumping between them so often. Like for example, Ducktales. Ducktales has Huey, Dewey, Louie, Scrooge, Webby. That's our like main 5. And then a lot of the times they also bring in Launchpad, Della, or Donald. That would bring it to 8. And they manage it all very, very well. Now, those other 3 characters are primarily side characters, but the other 5 are like leads, and they've managed to like, but they've had 3 seasons to flesh out and like really break down these characters. So, I mean, there's been a lot of time to those characters dedicated to them, so you don't have to worry about like not having enough time with them. Once you've had that much time, like 3 20 episode seasons, you've kind of got plenty of show there to work with. Yeah, don't spoil WandaVision for me. That's why I gotta stay off Twitter for the next hour and a half. When you have 20 main characters for your killing game and your fan, yeah. Be back. All right. Sneak attack. A sneak because in the actual logo there's an owl right above a staff and going up another staff and down under with an S under it. Oh, a snake. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Huh, I never caught that, but that could be it. Well, that doesn't work. That works. Might be a bit thick. Much better. That works out way better. Those weird S's from middle school. Excuse me. Weird S. You mean the logo of a generation? I haven't drawn one of those S's in 15 years. Just imagine that on the on top of her staff. I mean, Luz would. I'm watching people in a Discord server I'm in talk about how they can't beat a level in Friday Night Funkin'. I find it easy while I just sit here quietly being able to beat one of the hardest mods out currently. Well done. That's on her staff and just flies like a boomerang. Oh my god, that's kind of funny. I like that bit actually. There we go. Just the slightest bit of taper. We'll put Albert right there. That's where Albert will live. All right. Let's get a reference photo for Albert. There we go. Let's see. The boomer generation air horn intensifies. Hey, 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 hey. That's a millennial thing. Boomers don't get to have that. That's ours. Draws an S in a name. Seriously, I'm cool. I actually like it when something happens to a main character instead of a side character. It says to them like they say if the main character loses an eye. Yeah. That's one of the things with season 2 is like Ida and Lilith are like that's like a very much a permanent change for them, I believe. I'm gonna draw Albert a little bit wrong, and my friend Christina is gonna be like, Cody! I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry, Christina. Don't be mad. He's gonna be he's a little bit shorter. My friend Christina is a big animal fiend. She loves animals. I wish I was half as passionate about anything as she is about animals. Jesus Christ. It's pretty amazing. They got my eye. Mm, I have no idea how to draw Albert like this. I'm just gonna have a layer named the damn owl. Okay, it's about in the middle. Let's see. His wings would be the bottom of his wings would be right here. This is the top of his head. So he'd be that, that, straight down. This is, let's see, about the middle is where his neck napes in. I'm making him too short and fat. He's a little bit more stretched out than that. Whoop. Well, There we go. That's more Albert's proportions. Huh. I'll be. I'm kind of happy with that so far. Why did my phone go off? Because I got 50 million notifications. Yeah, only about 50 million notifications. Only about. If something actually does happen to Luz, what do you think it'll be? Like, what sort of type of damage that stays with her? I think an eye patch, honestly. Yeah, like maybe losing an eye. I think Luz would just find that super cool. She'd nerd out about having one of her eyes just out of her head, frankly. I think the internet can beat Kick the Can. No, of course not. A lot of people think Luz might be the most traumatized character on the show. I don't know much about Luz's trauma, really. Like for Luz, it really depends more so far on like what happened to her, what was her like human world life more like, I believe. Also, sup Salad, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the YouTubes. This foot's really kicking my can. Also getting kind of hungry. How long have I been streaming for? Almost 3 hours? It's not a bad stream length. I'm depressed. I'm sorry, dude. People just be like, what character do you think is the most traumatized and why is it Luz? Because main character. I have this thing where I'm good at guessing what's going to happen in a show, but I'm really bad at like knowing, like guessing how a character's going to react to it. And my excuse for that is that writers just don't know how to make realistic character reactions. But it's honestly just the fact that I'm I'm bad at characters. Like as far as like how they'll respond to things. But I'm pretty good at guessing what's going to happen in a show. There's a lot about this pose I'm really happy with. I feel like this doesn't make sense. That makes more sense, I think. Because the way I would wrap around the leg and start going back down, that makes more sense. Just want to say hi. All right. Bye, Salad. Thanks for coming by, bud. Thanks for stopping on by. I'm also in school physically. Yeah, the one thing that's true for the show that hints that Luz has no friends in the human world. I mean, they're pretty. They're pretty blatant about that in the beginning. Like, that's. I wouldn't say it's so much of a hint. They're pretty blatant about that in the first episode, I think. God, you're making me want to rewatch season 1 now. I'm gonna be eating pizza later today, watching season 1 episodes. That's a lie. I'm just gonna go rewatch Grom Night, Grom Fright, and Wing It Like Witches a million times. Maybe Magic Duel. Young Blood and Old Souls. I'll probably rewatch that. It's naming off all the best episodes of season 1 without an argument. And if you think those aren't the best episodes, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. I'm right. It's my channel. I'm right. Yeah, looks better. Does it? I'll tell you why it doesn't look right. This pupil's not centered. There we go. Well, now she looks a little wall-eyed. There we go. There we go. That works better. Luz is definitely making friends in the demon realm and maybe even got a girlfriend. Cough, Amity, cough, cough. Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Luz definitely found the place she fits in more. Like, that's just kind of free. There's no argument there. Nope. Actually, I probably... Hey, guys. I didn't save for 3 hours. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, chat. So stupid. I'm so dumb. Lose whip. Epic Cody moment. Epic me moment, guys. Look at me. I'm so crazy and wild and stupid and dumb and ooh, I'm so... I almost went into a really stupid place with that. I'm gonna stop. Lose. Your neck is too long. Let's have a little bit of a gap between her chin and her... Yeah, there we go. Now her neck's not so flippin' long. I do think I still made her legs a little bit too thick. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. Let's see. Here we see Cody in his natural habitat fixing issues that only he notices. I mean, that's one of those things. Whenever, I mean, you just kind of like, you zoom in on things and you find things, you kind of see how you feel. Speaking of which, let's flip the canvas to see how I'm feeling about it. How am I feeling about it? Canvas flipped. Generally, I'm still feeling okay. This foot's still killing me. I'm gonna have to look up some reference for that foot sometime. It's still killing me. I do like this though. The arm, this back arm is nice. I didn't make this straight, very straight, did I? Detail sketch. I should probably do a tie down pass after this. Shouldn't be that straight, but pretty straight. There needs to be a little bit of a taper on it. There we go. You know what's weird? Imposter syndrome. Cody, how are you gonna say what's your segue here, bud? Like that last sentence I said, I so badly wanted to say, well, as an artist, right? Like as an artist, you learn to notice these things. But I didn't want to say it because I don't consider myself an artist. Even though I'm clearly sitting here right now learning, taking all this time and effort to go through all these little nitpicky details to learn how to be a better artist. In my head, I still haven't I feel like I still haven't earned that title yet, which is stupid. I'm trying to make art, so I'm an artist, whatever degree or title that is, you know. But there's this part of me that I'm just so focused on the quality of my peers and how I'm not as good as they are that it gets in my head. And that's nothing new for anybody. Like everybody feels that way at some point. I just want to get past it, you know? I just thought it was interesting that I landed on that. Cody is the imposter. My arms can bend at something like a 185-degree angle. Gross. I don't know the exact angle, but I do know it's not normal. I'll tell you a story after this. Dana said Luz is really smart. She just doesn't notice the way Amity acts around her when it's right in front of her because she has so much going on at once right now. Yeah. I was about to bring that up before I got distracted by fixing my problems. But yeah, absolutely, Diamond. For sure. Yeah. That was from that AMA she did, right? Pretty sure that's from that AMA she did. All right, now that I flipped the canvas, there is a few things I'm noticing. Did I drop did I get a little bit depressed because I'm listening to depressing music right now? Where's that hype shit? Depressing song, depressing song, depressing song, depressing song, random song. No. Yeah, here we go. WAP, but it's the most emotional song in a musical. Yeah, that's my jam. Yeah, now it looks too straight. Maybe it really is just double inside. I'm not sure. I don't know. All right, that's enough. Force emoji, sorry. Do you play Minecraft? I have played Minecraft. I'm not the most into it, but I have played Minecraft. I just kind of burnt myself on it, burnt myself out on it in high school. I still can't believe Luz is confirmed to bi and Amity confirmed to be a lesbian gay. Just makes me happy to see how far Disney has come. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of my first animation talk shows. One of my first animation talk shows. It might have been my first. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull up my dashboard. What was my very first animation talk show? I know it was about like Has Been Hotel getting picked up by A24 and stuff like that. Off topic, but I am currently making an Among Us fan fiction in Wattpad where the characters have personalities. A lot of people give the characters personalities, and I kind of like it. Some of the personalities are kind of fun. Let's see. I've uploaded 58 videos to YouTube. That's crazy. Yes, it was my very first animation talk show. What was the full title? Let's see. The full title Has Been Hotel and A24, The Owl House Amphibia, and the Rise of the TMNT finale reaction. Yeah, because I talked about because that's the same week that Gromfright came out. I talked about that. I talked about the article where Dana did an interview and she confirmed that Luz was bi and that Amity was gay. Yeah. Dang, I forgot about that. Man, that's so long ago. When did I upload this? What does it tell me when I published it? It should. I published that on August 10th. That's what, 8 months ago? No, like 6 or 7 months ago. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's just great to see how far Disney has come. Crazy. Among Us. Bojack is adding a new mob to Minecraft called the Warden. It can two-shot you with the best armor in the game, and it's the first mob you don't have to take on. Yes, you don't want to take on. Yes, I remember hearing about that. Reddit is a screamer of the group who accuses people for literally no reason. I get a yellow vibe from that, but you know, fine. Let's see. All right. August was 6 months ago. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't move like the other mob. It's also the only mob that doesn't have to see you, right? Like it can hear you, if I remember correctly. I think I'm done with the sketch. Done with the first round of the sketch, anyways. That foot's still irritating me. I gotta figure out what's going on with that foot, but I'll figure it out. Actually, I'm gonna mess around with the foot. Will look better flipped. I think I just drew the shoe on such a wrong angle. I'll fuck with the shoe later. I'll mess with the shoe later. Oh. Not all sounds though. I honestly love the word and design. I swear September, not August, feels like yesterday. This isn't Silk Song. Silk Song. It'll come out someday. All right, that's saved. Oh, I'll crop and mess with it and upload it to Instagram later and Twitter. So when's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Animation Breakdowns Part 2? You ever make a series that don't work out? I did. Turns out the Smash Brothers community doesn't care. I should get back into that again, actually. It'd be fun. I like how, honestly, there's so many things I want to do and I just don't have time to do them all. I need to get rich and get an editor. Guys, tell your friends to subscribe to me. Tell your friends to come subscribe. There you go. And join the Discord and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All that stuff is in the link of the stream. So, there you go. Or is in the description of the stream. Oh, so if you scroll down below chat, where the title of everything is, you see all the details. You got my Twitch, which I might not be using anymore. I don't know. You got my Twitter, you got my Instagram, you got my Discord, you got all of it down there. So you should just click on those links, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, or Twitter and Instagram. I don't use Facebook. I'm going to keep posting new stuff. I don't have Twitter or Instagram. That's fair. I still can't believe Minecraft Steve isn't Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already. To stream the animation talk show here. I mean, it's probably probably gonna end up doing, honestly. Like, I feel like this has been generally more successful in bringing in new faces, probably because like there are people who are subscribed to me. But at the same time, I don't know. I have to keep looking into it, but I don't know. YouTube has a lot of things that YouTube's missing a lot of things that I want, but at the same time, YouTube also has a lot of stuff that I like. I don't know. It's up in the air. Diamond, I'd rather you not send me a friend request on Discord. Just join the Discord itself. Yeah. Like, I kind of want to keep the friends to people that I know, like IRL for the most part. I do appreciate the sentiment though, for sure. All right, let's see. All right, yeah. With that said, everybody, thank you for coming by. I'm getting hungry and my throat's starting to hurt from talking, so I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go kick it for a little bit. And I also post this in the work in progress in the Discord for anybody who didn't make it to the stream. So you'll see it all there. Everybody, thank you for coming by. It's been a good time. Appreciate it.